solo.
And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. We're living dangerously today because I got the third camera up, and the last time I did this, well, let's just say we had some technical difficulties. So I am hopeful that we do not have a freeze situation like we did last time. And if we do, I'm never going to use the C920 again. And I like it because it's a lot cleaner than the crappy camera that came with my computer. But, you know, they do the trick either way if I needed to kind of fall back on that. But we do have the card cam back up now that I'm only doing 2 spirits as opposed to the 3 I did in the Guard the Isle's Heart playthrough from 2 weeks ago. We have David Coleman in the chat. Yay! I made it for the start today. Best of luck. Thank you. I'm going to need it. So the astute among you will have noticed that I originally advertised that I was doing this against Russia. Not that I don't know who actually sees the previews for these things when I do it, but I was going to do this against Russia. And my friend Tony and I tried this last night over Zoom, and it was like, Russia isn't happening, especially not with these 2 spirits. I was like, nope, not gonna go with that. So we're gonna go to Sweden. Things started abysmally with Sweden. We had 6 blight on the board in the first, literally on the first turn, but somehow we're able to turn it around. We had a Blighted Island card. It was back against the wall, which again is still face up on top of my Blighted Island deck. And yeah, it worked out pretty well. So we that extra card play, that extra energy every round was huge in getting this done. Did we freeze? Nope, we didn't. God, I'm like paranoid. I didn't see my hands moving. It's gonna be one of those days. I am a little tired, so if I seem a little bit less spunky than normally, that's probably not the word to use. I don't know what's going on. I did pick up Mrs. Playthroughs from a red eye earlier this morning, so I got like 4 hours of sleep on the couch because I can't get into my bedroom because there's still construction going on the second floor. So lots of chaos. So it is nice to take a break from that, though. Get a game of Spirit Island on the channel. This will be the last Spirit Island of the year from Solo Playthroughs, and it's kind of fun to think about all the various playthroughs we did this year. I think this year started with the strength versus strength challenges. No, I don't know, man. We've done all the aspects, though. We've done all the scenarios, done a lot of two-handed stuff, a lot of the subreddit community with the challenges there that have been great. So really enjoyed all the Spirit Island that we've been able to do together here in Solo Playthroughs. Let me roll this D20. We get a 2. So that's going to be our Blighted Island card. Now for the setup for Blitz, we will not only put 2 blight per player, we will not only put the extra blight that Eric Royce gave to us. And why did he give it to us? Because he loves you. That's right. And we're going to add 1 more blight per player because of the rules for Blitz. Now, that doesn't mean it's a gift without a detraction, because we have 1 extra blight per player while the island is still healthy, but we get 1 less blight per player when, and I say when, not if, when we go blighted. So when we had backs against the wall, we only had 2 blight for the rest of the game, and against Sweden, that meant any 1 ravage of 6 or more to a land, we were screwed, but we managed to hold off. Elemental Aegis was huge. We got some really nice major powers, and again, it was just a really, really cool playthrough. David Coleman says, I love Serpent, and Fangs is also in my top 5. Now, I am actually going to do a top 10, well, top 24 favorite spirit video in January. I'll probably not include the Horizon Spirits in that yet, but that is my next top 10 for January. I have decided, so stay tuned for my list. But yeah, these are definitely 2 of my favorites as well. Madi, marhaba, sir. Hello, I was on a work trip and couldn't catch your last videos. I just came back and was in the middle of watching you complaining about Champions of Horror. Yeah, that scenario's just kind of wonky. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really love that game. It's just disappointing because and every time I get back into it, I have to Google rule clarifications because it's just one of those games, and you just find the same threads like complaining about the same stuff. So it's not great to like keep seeing that where it's just, hey, this company doesn't support this game. Hey, this designer never asked this question. Hey, and I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. But the gameplay is so smooth. I would love to see a reworking of that, but it sounds like the relationship between the designer and the company broke down a long time ago, and it's never going to happen. But yeah, that scenario, I wouldn't feel any need to really play again unless you really just love Persephone, which is a reasonable thing to love for sure. So we're gonna take this deck. We are going to get our fear deck set up. It is going to be a 4-5. I'm sorry, 4-4-5. So let me get that done right away. Remember, blight is a problem for someone like Fangs, and to someone like Serpent. So we do have two spirits that do not like blight. So having 2 blight on each board to start the game is definitely going to be a little bit tricky to overcome. So we have Terra level 3 divider on top of 5 cards, 4 cards on top of that, the Terra level 2 divider, and then 4 cards on top of that. And that is our fear deck. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the event deck. We'll shuffle up the major powers, shuffle up the minor powers, and we'll be ready to go. In the card cam, you will see the powers for both Serpent and Fangs. So we have Absorb Essence, Elemental Aegis, Gift of Primordial Deeps, Gift of Flowing Power for good old Serpent. And then we have Prey on the Builders, Terrifying Chase, Teeth Gleam from Darkness, and 2 Near the Jungle. So the nice thing about Blitz is all those cards that have a red circle in the top left, all those fast powers, will cost 1 less. If they cost 0, I don't have any, at least not with my unique powers. I don't have any fast powers that cost 0, but you would actually get 1 energy. And all the slow powers, well, I now make them fast, and I just pay what they cost. So it's a pretty sick thing. So really, I'm going bottom track with Fangs and Serpent. I'm going to go bottom track till I get to 2 card plays. Remember, I have to get him up to this Earth space, and I have to do that by doing things evenly. We'll see if we can get him up to the Earth space by end game, because if we can get there, that's usually a very good sign with our buddy Serpent. I mean, really, the primary goal for me is to use Serpent's powers to really beef up Fangs early, and then if Fangs can get control of his board, then Fangs can kind of move over and start dealing with Serpent. The escalation for Sweden can be brutal, so hopefully we don't lose too many Dahan to that escalation. Remember, stage 2 escalation for Sweden, whenever you see that symbol, after invaders explore into a land, if that land has at least as many invaders as Dahan, one of those Dahan become a town. And again, that could be super brutal, especially when towns are doing 3 damage instead of 2. But all of this to say is that Sweden was still a much better game than our game against Russia. I don't know, man. I find Russia very not fun to play. I like them in theory. I like them thematically even. I just like there's just so many explorers. Like I just feel like there's a level of just so many spirits don't work well with them. So many games just kind of devolve into utter nonsense, and then you have like 13 Russian explorers in one land, and you're just hoping to get poison dew or something that does 1 damage, like a poison dew. Maybe it's not poison dew, or like the cards that do 1 damage to each explorer, to each invader, or each explorer. I really don't find playing against Russia very fun, and I keep trying to get them on the channel, but again, they changed the math of the game so much. I didn't use them for a long time as I was introducing new spirits, and I think I just need to find some better, like more tuned challenges that seem fair and accessible. They're really wacky to introduce into really any of these scenarios. So I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I got Russia on the channel. I mean, that's why I was trying to force the issue with trying to get him on today. But after Tony and I, we got 10 minutes through our game last night, and I was like, this isn't gonna work, not at all. Especially with one of the scenario rules, because whenever the invaders explore in Blitz, they add a second explorer to one of those lands. But again, when you have the Russian escalation and then you have the double build, situations when the invader cards come out of the fear deck, it just became a giant and utter mess. So I shuffled all of the decks. Everything's good there. I'm going to roll this die. So I rolled a 5. So Serpent's board is going to be board E. Since we're playing on board E, we will not have board B for Fangs. I rolled a 1. We can have board A. So EA Sports in the house. It's in the game, kids. It's in the game. And if you don't get that reference, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not that sorry, but felt like the right thing to say. So we're going to have the Blitz scenario. Perhaps the spirits of the island are not so slow after all, but still the invaders are faster. The scenario is notably harder for Serpent Slumbering beneath the island, and it's also harder if you pair it with Prussia. This scenario can be fun for anyone to try, but it's particularly meant for players who find they prefer a more play and resolve style of game to the blanding ahead required by the spirit's slow powers. Rules changes, all powers are fast. I talked about all this already. If the island, when exploring, once per board, and an additional explorer. And if the island becomes blighted, put one less blight per player on the blight card. Setup changes, put an additional blight per player on the blight card, and the invaders get an additional set of actions at the end of setup. Now, the extra explorer for exploring, a lot of times that does anything that changes the initial explore mechanics during a game usually does not apply to the initial explorer. However, in Blitz, it does. That was clarified by the quirky on the quirky board by Eric Royce himself. So I'm going to shuffle up the invader deck. That is one deck I haven't done yet. We're going to take out one of these stage 3 suckers. So stage 3, I rolled a 1. That's out. Stage 2, we're going to take out one of these. Do-do-do. Quetzal says, "Yay, made alive. What's up, sir? Glad you could make it." Jester, what's up, man? Been a couple of weeks. Hello, Solo and Check. Good to see everybody. If it's in the game, it's in the game. EA Sports. My childhood in a nutshell right there, man. NHLPA hockey. Man, Joe, was it Bill Madden? No, Joe Madden football. Bill Walsh college football. Lots of time with my brother playing some Sega Genesis. With some EA Sports. So that's going to go there. I'm going to roll again. I got 3, so this will be on the top of the deck, and that's going to be for stage 4 Sweden. I will go through all of the escalations for Sweden. And we already talked about the stage 2 special escalation. So I say going through the levels, not necessarily the escalations. There is no additional loss condition. Level 1 of Sweden, if the invaders do at least 6 damage to the land during Ravage, add an extra blight. The additional blight does not destroy presence or cause cascade. Number 2, during setup on each board, add a city to land 4. If there is a blight in land 4, that blight goes to land 5. So that will actually apply on both of these boards. I'm also going to have to get a blight for 8, so I might as well go ahead and do that now. Stage level 3. Towns deal 3, cities deal 5 when ravaging. Stage 4, or level 4, during setup after adding all other invaders, discard the cup card of the invader deck. On each board, add a town to the land of that terrain with the fewest invaders. None of these have pre-printed setup icons. So it's going to have to go in 7 on this board, and I could put it either in 6 or in 1 on Serpent's board. I will put it in 1. So that's now out of the game. Number 5, when ravaging, adds at least 1 words. A blight to a land. Also add 1 town to an adjacent land without cities or towns. Cascading blight does not cause this effect. And then level 6, during setup on each board, add a town and a blight to each land. Number 8, the blight comes from the box. So this is going to go here. This goes here. We're going to get the pre-printed setup icons now. We're going to have a town in 7 on board E. We're going to have a town in 8. So now we actually have 2 towns there. Town in 8 on board A. We're going to have a beast in the lowest numbered land without a pre-printed setup icon, which is 1 on board A. That's going to be 6 on board E. We're going to have a disease in both lands 2s. Both land 2s is what I was trying to say there. We have a city in land 2, a city in land 2, and now we just need our Dahan. So Sans Dahan is 1 on E. There are 2 in land 7 on A. Mountain Dahan is land 5 on E. land 6 on A. Jungle Dahan, there's 2 and land 3 on both boards. And Wetland Dahan, we have 2 in land 8 on E, and we have 1 on inland 2 on A. We're also going to have to add our starting presence. Serpent has 1 presence in land 5, and Fangs is going to have a beast and a presence in the highest number jungle. Now that blight's a big problem. Normally I'm like, yeah, there's a town there. Remember, I cannot do ranging hunt there because of that stupid blight. Then we're going to put another blight anywhere. That was not English. Anywhere on the island that has a beast. I'll put it in land. I'll put it in 6 on Serpent's board because maybe that's silly. Yeah, I have to make this decision before I do the rest of setup. I'll put it in 1 on my board, and that beast will stay there. All right, we are going to. Yeah, I think that makes some sense. We're going to do the initial explorer. The initial explorer is into mountains. So we have 1 explorer in 1, 1 explorer in 6, 1 explorer in 2, 1 explorer in 5. I have to add an additional explorer on both boards in one of those lands. I will add it in. Come on, these guys were tangled up. I'm going to add it in 2 on board E. I'm going to add it in 1 on board A. Then we're going to have a build and explore. So now we're going to build. We have a town in land 1, a town in land 6, a town in land 5. The disease comes off land 2. And the explore, it's jungles. So it means we're going right into a stage 2 card on the first turn of the game, which is pretty bananas. So explore in 3, explore in 7, explore in 3, explore in 8. Adding an extra explorer, we'll put it in 3 over here. We'll put it in 3 over here. Invader cards advance. The sluggish snake is a bird in the early game, but when it pops, yeah, no kidding. Fangs is carrying you until then. That's the plan. I mean, right now, the reality is, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blight on turn 1, and that's going to be a problemo. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, only 1 card play for Serpent in that first round is so stupid. Dang. Yeah. We could do some things. I just been playing against Russia too, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not crossing over my level. The level 6 in Russia is if you don't add a blight, you have to add a town and an explorer to a land with the most explorers. And I'm like, wait, wrong adversary, Greg. All right, so that's a little bit better. So let's figure out how I want to do this. I mean, Serpent's literally only playing 1 card, and I think it's going to make some sense. Oh, this is a problem. I mean, I wish. And what is Elemental Aegis? Defend 2. I don't love that Blight Cascade at all. Could definitely let this get a Blight. I mean, that's not the worst for me. So if I take care of 6, try to move everything off there. Maybe take a beast out of 8 if I got that in the future. Remember, both of these are pick 2 spirits, so that is helpful. Push 2, 2 and 2, get some fear. All right. With Serpent, I'm going to add a presence to a land without blight. I will add this sucker. Oh, it's going to be ravaging a billion. It's gonna be ravaging. I mean, I could do elemental aegis just to prevent like the triple blights, but the fact that this is still going to, ooh, interesting. If I did elemental aegis this turn, I prevent a lot of blight. I could potentially, I can get a a presence in there as Fangs. I can kill this explorer if I'm defended there. The Han retaliates, wipes out that town. That might be a stronger play. It's not the opening I had in my head going in, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Elemental Aegis for the win, maybe. It's just going to make my turn with Fangs a little bit less powerful than I expected it to be, but you know, I think it might be a good start. I mean, the fact that those are adjacent to each other kind of makes Elemental Aegis a little bit more of a no-brainer. So I will add, man, Serpent's beginning is so pathetic. That's really bad, kids. All right, I'm going to add this presence to 6. Again, 3 away to a land without blight. That just gives me a lot of accessibility to a lot of different things over there. I could add it. I could add it to 1. No, I think I want more range. We're gonna add it to 6. I'm gonna play Elemental Aegis as my only power card. Remember, Serpent cares about a lot of elements. And remember, he can starts limited. He can only have 5 presence on the board. I need to start taking some of Fang's presence off, which makes it's an interesting challenge for Fangs, because Fangs likes to turn presence into beasts. So you're kind of like in this place where you have to make a lot of tough choices early, and hopefully it goes well. I'm getting 1 presence from the presence track. I did this as my first growth option. My second growth option is I'm going to gain a power card. I don't think 4 energy makes much sense. I'm going to get another energy from this, and I will look at minors. We have Desiccating Winds. We have Call to Ferocity. We have Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark. Pushing Blight wouldn't be terrible. And then we have Weep for What is Lost. From an elemental standpoint, I have the target has. I could start adding some Badlands that I don't hate. Badlands can definitely be your friend. I mean, the Han are pretty much not going to be surviving now anyway. If I can just make my damage powers do extra damage, that's super strong. Yes. Call to Ferocity, though, could also be good because it's gathering up to the Han, so I could try to prevent the Han turning into towns. If the land has the Han, I can push an explorer in a town. Oh, that's... I can just push those guys out of there. Which you get Fangs. A lot more options. But I just don't want to be that reliant on Dahan. Desiccating Winds only works in mountains and sands, so that's another thing to consider. I'm going to take Desiccating Winds. Call to Ferocity is so tempting. I really wish I had more than freaking 1 card play here. The first turn is rough. Yeah, I'm going to take Desiccating Winds. I like the idea of the Badlands. I think I can make that work a little bit better. And we're going to add this to our display of cards. Great. Element Aegis is because it normally costs 1. In this case, it's going to cost me 0. I do have the first level of Serpent Rouses in Anger. So I'm going to defend 2 in target land. So I'm going to defend 2 in land 5. And then I defend 2 in all adjacent lands, plus defend 1 for each thing on my Deep Slumber track. There's nothing on there. But the defend 2 will make the Ravage of a 7. Remember, this is ravaging 5. ravage of a 7 now becomes a ravage of a 5. So again, I'm really limiting how much blight we're gonna get. Oh, that would make me add a town there. Oh, that's. I don't love. No, I can ravage there first and add a town back there. I like it. All right. Let's go to Fangs' turn. So Fangs is only gonna place one presence. Yeah, not getting the extra card play. I could just do top track like normal and then blitz bottom track, which I think I definitely want to do. If I get 3 card plays the next 2 turns, that could kind of end up with the same thing, and having that fire, that animal thing unlocked could be helpful. So I'm going to add a presence to 3. I should do this in a different order, but I'm pretty committed to doing that this turn. I'm going to get an energy from the growth option, and I'm going to get, so again, they're both pick 2 spirits. I get another energy from the presence track, and I'm going to check the minor powers. I really want beast. If it doesn't have a beast, it's kind of not even worth looking at from my standpoint. So call it isolation. I get to push a Dahan, or I get to push 1 explorer town per Dahan. Mesmerize tranquility. Isolate target land. Each invader does -1 damage. The problem with -1 damage when you're playing as Sweden is that -1 damage usually means the town's only doing 1 damage, which if it's only the town and some explorers is fine. But against Sweden, the town is now still doing 2 damage, and that could be super bad. Man, neither. I really want like a beast plant combo. I got exactly none of those. More of the Unknown's not crazy. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. So I'm gonna take Call to Isolation. Again, another just relies on the Han, which I don't love. You know what? Isolation might be better. I can't rely on Dahan. There's just not gonna be many of them. Woof. It's a rough start, man. These are not the card draws of dreams. I mean, Lore of the Unknown is enticing because it has the moon fire, which helps with frenzied assault, and it has the plant, and I would get an energy just for playing it. Yeah, I'll woof. I'm gonna keep Lore of the Unknown. We'll deal with the rest of this later. This could be an easy card to drop for when I get major powers. All right, flicking my 2 card plays. I got my energy. I'm gonna play two Near the Jungle and Teeth Gleam from Darkness. Lure of the Unknown gives me one of the plants, which I like, and that could work next turn, assuming Serpent plays Absorbing Essence. There's a lot going on in this playthrough, so bear with me. I'm going to pay the 1 energy for this. This is a slow power, so it costs us normal cost, except when it's playing in the fast power phase. 2 Near the Jungle is a slow power. It costs what it costs, except I am doing it as a fast power. From an element check, I have 2 plant and 3 animal. So I will put this out here, 3 animal, 2 plant. That does give me all 3 levels of ranging hunt, but remember I have to target a land that does not have a does not have blight. So 2 Near the Jungle, I'm going to generate 1 fear off the top. I'm going to target from land 3 into land 5. I'm destroying this explorer. And then we're going to do Teeth Gleam from Darkness. I get 1 fear. I can target a land 1 away from I have presence in a jungle. I'm going to add a beast. Ranging Hunt. I'm going to gather one beast into a land that does not have a blight. I'm going to also be able to move my presence with it because of ally of the beast. I do 1 damage per beast. I'm going to destroy that town. That's another fear. And now I can push 2 beasts. Yeah, I have to get these more out of here. So I'm going to push these 2 beasts into 5 and bring my presence with it. I'm trying to get all my beasts into a more useful place. I don't want to push them into 1 because, well, I could push 1 back into 1. That's interesting. Push it back into 1. Nah, there's power in numbers with these beasts, so we'll just push them both into 5, which is a pretty central location. If I can try to get rid of the middle. Oh, they're building a city there. Oh. Yeah, 8's looking like a big problem. Prey on the builders would have been really nice. What? Sexfine Biz. Again, YouTube, I ask, how the heck this gets through your filters? Remove. Excellent. And hide. Excellent. The sluggish. Wait, I love the Hulk out, then Hulk smash curve of Serpent. Yeah. Hit that like button, guys. Thank you, Jester. I don't know, man. I don't love it. I'm getting a city there, city there. Yeah, we can lore. Pay the builders. That blight's like a big problem. That blight is a problem. But it's just the starting blight on 8 is really proving to be like something I'm not sure how I'm going to overcome, and I'm about to lose a bunch of Dahan to towns thanks to Sweden. But I just don't see another path right here. Oh, by the way, so Serpent rouses an anger that's also fast. So I could do 1 damage to a land that I have presence in that has a town or a city. So I'm just doing 1 damage there, which is kind of useless. But it is what it is. Yeah, I might have played this first turn wrong. But I digress. Let's see what happens. So we're going to get a go to the invader phase. And so again, there's no fast power phase really. I mean, there is. It's an all power phase, and then you do the invader phase. If there's a blighted island effect, we would trigger that now. We're going to pull an event card. Jagged Earth rules we're not carrying out. Then we will continue on with the invader steps. Invaders are ravaging here. The Han injured, retaliate, kills that dude. We're going to add a blight to 1. We have to add a town to a land within 1 that does not have cities or towns. That's only going to be in 6. We are going to add 1 blight into 2. It's not 2 blight because remember that's defended 2 because of elemental aegis. Because we added a blight though, we have to add a town. Oh, first of all, we'll ravage here first. Ravaging 3, defended 2, injures the Han. The Han retaliates and gets a fear. And then since we added the blight, we have to add a town. We'll add it into 5. So again, you can do it any order you want. We're doing the build. We're getting a city in 7. We're getting a city in my 8, which I really hate. We're getting a town in 3 and a town in 4. We're going to exploring into mountains because, we needed to explore into some mountains. We get an explorer there. This town, this Dahan becomes a town. And now we have to add an additional explorer somewhere. I will add it into 6. We get an Explorer in 2, an Explorer in 5. So the 2 Dahan that did like effective work for me this round are both gone, and now we have to add another Explorer. I'll add it in 5. Yeah, this is looking bad, bad, bad. Doubling up on mountains. No bueno. There are no slow power, so slow power phase is not a thing. We only added 2 blight, but I could have definitely used a different sequence of invader cards for sure. So that 1 energy goes away. This is Serpent's discard. This is Fangs' discard. We go back to growth. Nothing needs to heal. That Dahan that would have had to heal was rudely taken away. I'm going to add a presence to a land without blight. I'm going to go bottom track. We will add this to these come off. Attempt to get a major with Fangs already. Am I gonna need a sacred site? I don't think so. We have to do absorbing essence. Ooh, that would be interesting. This only works on mountains. This only works on mountains. I could deal with 3. 7's gonna get 2 blight. Alright, we're getting absorb essence, and I will also get gift of flowing power. It's not amazing, but it'll have to do. And then I still have another growth option. I'm going to gain a major. And I'll probably get rid of Gift of the Primordial Deeps. So I'm going to gain a major. I get another energy from here. We get an energy from here. And let me start doing some major power diving. So the land Thrashes in Furious Pain looks like an amazing card for me. There's going to be a lot of blight. It's a way to really do a lot of damage there. 2 damage for blight target land, plus 1 damage in adjacent land. Sea monsters is interesting. Again, making that fast, that would have been really good for Fangs. I'm not sure it's so great for Serpent. Again, it's add a beast. Invaders are present. 2 fear per beast. 3 damage per beast. 1 damage per blight. Do you have 3 water and 3 beasts? You repeat it. Infestation of venomous spiders. Add a beast. Gather up to 1 beast. Dream. Wow, these are really good. Dream of untouched land. Remove up to 3 blight and up to 3 health worth of invaders. Woo! These are all really good. Cost 6. I don't know which one of these to use. Add a beast, gather a beast. I would need the air to really make use of this. This could wipe out 2 lands at one time as a fast power, which is bananas. I'm about to add a ton of blight. And then there's sea monsters. The reality is it's going to take some time to get set up, though, because it only works on coastal lands or wetlands, and wetlands have not been a thing. Dream of Untouched Land, though, is like super interesting. Just to get 3 blight back in the card, like boop. I think we're going Blighted Island. Yikes. I'm gonna grab Land Threats and Furious Pain because it's unlocking Serpent Rouses in Anger, but this is really close. I wish I had just a way to get an additional card play over here, man. It is rough. Target land is Blight. It doesn't make any sense to play this turn. I'm going to take Land Thrashers and Furious Pain. See if I can't make use of this next turn. Can I get the sun there? Maybe I just drop Desiccating Winds. As much as I love that, the Badlands. Yeah, I'm going to keep Gift of Primordial Deeps because it really works well with the Land Thrashers and Furious Pain. I will not have... I still won't have 3 Earth, though. If you get 3 Earth, I can do this in 2 lands. I just don't know how I'm getting 3 Earth. Whoa. Well, target spirit. I have to target another spirit. Ah, such garbage. 4. I have that moon. I can't get that Earth for a long time. But I can get that Earth. Oh, when I get to any. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I'm going to drop Desiccating Winds. I want to... No, I don't want to drop the Elemental Aegis. I mean, it's not crazy, though. That's not crazy. Defending 2 everywhere. I have nothing there. I'm going to have another one, though. Yeah. Oh. Add a beast. Do I want to skip an action somewhere? I'm really torn by all of this. Remove. It builds. Yeah, I think I'm going with that. I think those damage capabilities are too much. So Desiccating Winds is out. It's final answer. That was a really tough choice. No, I'm gonna drop I'm keeping Desiccating Winds. I just like the Badlands damage too much, especially with that. So we'll see. I mean, because the real reality, Sweden's doing so much damage. I'm not going to get enough presence on here for a while to really make that work. So, I think this is like kind of the better choice. I'm going to add this presence into 1 while I can, because remember, I can only have presence in lands that don't have blight. And I have 4 energy. Get the flowing power costs 0 instead of 1, and absorb presence essence costs 1 instead of 2. We're now going to Fangs' turn. Fangs is going to add a presence to a land with beast. We're definitely going bottom track. Ay, 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 ay. I have to... Well, let me gain a power card first. So we're going to gain an energy from that. Getting 1 energy from the presence track. Minor power. Gold's Allure is interesting. I got no beast. Oh, man. I got no beast earth combo or beast plant combo. Portents of Disaster. Like, this is just a crappy draw. This is a bad draw. I'm going to take Gold's Allure. I don't love it. I'm going to play... Oh, I have another growth option. I'm going to add a presence. I'm going to add a presence into 3. I'm gonna turn this presence into a beast because I love beasts. This comes out of the game. I'm going to play Prey in the Builders and Terrifying Chase. Terrifying Chase is going to cost me 1. Prey in the Beast Builders is going to be free. I'm not really going to be that worried about figuring out elements yet because Gift of Flowing Water is going to trigger. Target Spirit's going to be Serpent's targeting Fangs. Fangs is going to get energy from that. Target Spirit chooses to either play another power card by paying its cost or gain a fire and a water. Definitely going to play another card by paying its costs. I want the beast tag. So Gold's Allure is 0. And again, everything's fast. Great. So we're doing Absorb Essence, targeting another spirit, but gain 3 energy. So Serpent gains the 3 energy. Move 1 of target spirit's presence from the board to your Deep Slumber track. I'm going to move this presence and I'm going to put it to the Deep Slumber track. So now Serpent can have as many as 7 presence on the island. Absorb presence cannot be returned to play. Target spirit gains an element of their choice and 1 energy. I will take the energy. What element do I want? I have 1 moon. I have 1, 2 fire. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 animal. And I have no plant. Woof. And I'm going to Yeah, I have no plant, but I still have the 1st and 3rd level of ranging hunt. And I'm going to make the extra element I got from that into a animal. So now I have 5 animals. I may have used this presence instead. I think that'll make some more sense. So instead of using this presence for Serpent, I just took this presence off the board. I still took a presence out of there. I made it a beast. No, wait. I put a sacred site there. I took a presence off the board and made it a beast. And then I took the other one off and made it Deep Slumber. That's right. I still want the beast there. Yeah, Praying the Builders is not. I can push beast. Never mind. All right. So what I'm gonna do is have the 1st and 3rd level of ranging hunt. I have the 2nd level of frenzied assault. So 1 animal, 2 animal, 3 animal, 4, and 5. Yes. Excellent. So I'm going to generate 2 fear off the top. I'm going to target a land that has a beast. I'm going to target land 8. I'm going to remove the beast from the board. And I do 3 damage. That 3 damage is enough to kill the city. That gives me 2 more fear. That's my first fear card of the game. And that's done. And now I'm going to do Terrifying Chase. I'm going to target a land where I have presence, push up to 2 explorers and towns, and then never mind. I would have had to do this in reverse order. So the beast should still be there. And then while the beast was there, I'm pushing 2 explorers or towns, and then push another 2 explorers or towns or Dahan per beast. So I'm going to push all 3 of these guys into land number 7. And when I get to land number 7, it is, since I pushed any invaders, I get 2 more fear. So again, that would have had to happen first, because the beast was there to help me push everything out of there. And then I did Frenzied Assault, remove the beast from the game. And that's what did 3 damage and 2 extra fear off the top, plus the 2 damage for killing the city. I'm going to do Ranging Hunt. I'm going to target land 4 because there's no blight. No, I'm going to target land 5 because there's no blight there. I'm going to gather a beast. When I gather a beast, I can gather a presence. Since there's a beast there, I'm going to do Prey on the Hunters. They're not going to build inland 6 this turn. And I'm going to do Golds of Lore. Again, everything's fast. I'm going to gather and explore in a town into a mountain. And we add a Strife. So that's going to be added into land 5. So I've done all my powers. Any powers I missed over here. Let me do an element check for Serpent. So we have 2 moon, 2 fire, 2 water, 1 earth, and no plants. So I don't get anything there. I have the 1 and 1, so I could do 1 damage to a city or a town in a land where I have presence. I mean, this is, oh, they're building there this turn, not even ravaging. That's good. So I could just basically do 1 damage to that town. Maybe something will happen with the event and the fear card to kind of kill that sucker off. Let me check the chat. Jester, they really should make some counters or something to keep track of your different spirit amounts, or a mini graph or something. Jester, you mean element trackers? Hey, what's up, Lee? How are you, man? Rocket Magnet is in the house. Jester says, yeah, thanks. Lee says, I was thinking of an abacus to quickly track elements. Jester says, yeah, that might work. Yeah, small metal abacus would be really quick. Not found anything suitable, though. Most are big things aimed at kids. Jester, has the new Spirit Island expansion hit yet? Can't remember the name of it. Lee, Nature Incarnate. It's just been on Kickstarter backer kit, so presumably be a fair bit off. Yeah, Nature Incarnate should be out fall of next year, I think, is their target date. Dana says, great to grab a live stream while I work on end of year reviews. That's what's up. Good luck on the end of year reviews. Give me a review. I want a solo playthroughs end of year review from Dana. That would be awesome. All right. This goes there. Woo! I don't know how this is gonna go, but I don't feel great about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing some weird things right now. I'm doing some very weird things. All right. Well, yeah, I dropped that. Have some opportunities there. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go to the invader phase. We're gonna look at the event card. Remnants of a Spirit's Heart. Why do I have so much energy? Oh. Yeah, how the heck did I get so much energy? Gain 3. Oh, absorbed essence. Yeah, dude. Dude has 6 energy. Serpent has 6 energy. Fangs has 4. It's gonna be nice. Remnants or Spirit's Heart. A group of Dahan find a stony ridge with lingering blessings from an ancient mountain spirit. You may leave its range to the Dahan. Dahan have plus 10 health this turn. In lands with Dahan, invaders have plus 1 health this turn. With Patient Focus Craft, a great warding. 4 energy per player. Defend from spirits is 4 lower per land this turn. But during one future spirit phase, players may jointly decide to grant a defend 4 to all lands that turn. So this is, if you do option 2, it means that the Dahan defends 0 this turn. They're defending 0 anyway. But I can get this 1 card that would give me a defend 4 for a one-time use. And it's all land, so it's like almost an island-wide elemental Aegis. But I can't use it for this turn. It'd have to be for a future turn. Dahana plus 10 health. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually would. Oh, that'd be crazy. But invaders have plus 1 health and lands with Dahan. It would cost me a fortune. I only have 1 earth element in play. I have 2 earth elements, so it would cost me 6 to do option B. I don't think it's worth it. So the Han have 10 health. Keep this down here. And that's going to definitely change how the math works on some things. Hunting parties for each land with beast and city. That is none of them. So if there was, we'd have to destroy a beast and gain a fear, though, because they're so scared of the beast that they kill them and go on a hunting party. Because I don't know, something thematically is going on there. Yikes! And each were 4 or more towns or cities and 4 or fewer Dahan. Oof. Okay, we have 5 Dahan on both lands, so we were lucky there. Otherwise, we'd have to add a blight to a land without Dahan, and that would have been very sad. Remember, Dahan have 10 health, so I'm going to put this there as a way just to kind of remind me that something funky is going on. And it is that. So we left the Stony Ridge has given extra power to the Dahan. Too many monsters. Each player removes an explorer town from a land with a beast. That prevents a blight. Okay. Gonna remove these suckers. Remember, blight's also adding a city, or adding a town because, you know, Sweden. We're just gonna put, oof. All right, that could have been this. This is end result of this is not going to be terrible. So the invaders are ravaging. They're ravaging 5, 6, 7, 8 inland 7. So that's 2 blight. I have to add a town to an adjacent land without towns or cities. That's going to go 1 into 6. They're ravaging 1 here. The Dahan have 10 health. This one's still injured though. He retaliates. This guy has 2 health because he's in a land with Dahan, but that's still, the retaliation of 4 is still enough to defeat him. They're ravaging 3, 4, 5 here. The Dahan have 10 health, so it's only injured. They're retaliating 4. That's enough to wipe out 1 town, because that town has 3 health now, and I can't wipe out any of the explorers. I still want to get rid of the town for obvious reasons. So that's out. That's a fear. But it does also add a blight. And when a blight was added, we have to add a town to an adjacent land without towns or cities. There are no adjacent lands without towns or cities in comparison to land 3 on board A. So 2 more blight on the card. The fact that we are still healthy after 2 turns makes me a little happy. Not gonna lie. We're gonna go to the build step. We get a town in land 1. We maybe should have. Right, I just had to gather yet. So we get a town in land 1. We get a. We're not building in land. What land is that? 6 because of prey on the builders. We get a town in land 2 and a city in land 5. Explore step. Wetlands. So we get 1 explorer in 5, 1 explorer in 2. This Dahan becomes a town. And I have to add another explorer. I will add it in 2. Just trying to get everything to the coast, clear out these lands. I know it looks like a mess. We're getting there. I'm going to explore 4. Oh, yikes. We get an explorer in 8. This town becomes a Dahan because there are now 2 explorers there. I have to add an extra explorer. I'll put it in 4. Invader cards advance. Bam. Bam. Time passes. I'm going to heal this Dahan. We're going to heal this Dahan. They no longer have 10 health. These energies go away. These go to discard. This comes back, goes to discard, and we go back to growth. Oh, this is nutty. Growth options here. Growth options here. I mean, this Serpent makes empowerment. If I could just find a way to get this third Earth, but I don't know how you get the third Earth until you're there. I mean, Elemental Boom would be an amazing card, but I feel like I'm committed to getting majors at this point with Serpent. But we have to add a presence to a land that doesn't have blight. We're running out of lands for this to be a factual statement. That's fine. We'll add this to that town heals. Add this to 1 to make a sacred site in 1. So I did this growth option. Oof. I don't know if I gain another power card. Maybe get a minor. Desiccating Winds, I think, is going to be a keeper for me. Let me gain a power card. I'm going to get an energy, minor power. Yeah, that's the 1 energy from there, the 1 energy from the presence track, minor power. Would love a Moon Earth combo. So Poison Dew. If the target land, it was Poison Dew from before. If target land is a jungle or what, then destroy all things. Destroying constant currents. That's kind of garbage. Prowling Panthers. 1 fear at a beast. If target land has a beast, destroy an explorer or town. That'd be amazing for Fangs. Gives a living energy. I don't need that much energy. Yeah, this is not a good draw. This is definitely, whatever I'm getting here is almost guaranteed to be fodder for getting a major. I think I'm going to have to turn my heat off because I can hear that pretty loud. Sorry about that. I don't know how much is coming through. I'll get Prowling Panthers. I don't think it's going to stay in my hand for long, but it is what it is. All right, I'm going to play Desiccating Winds. How do I want? I think I can clean up 5. 2 is going to just be a mess, and I'm pretty much guaranteed to go Blighted Island. So I need 5 energy total. Again, these are slow powers, so there's no discount. They just become fast. I have 1, 2 moon. I have 1, 2 fire. I have 1, 2 earth. I have 1 air. I have no water. I have no green. We're going to Fangs. Fangs is going to add a presence from bottom track. I have 3 card plays. I only have 1 card. I'm not reclaiming. Ugh! I'm not getting to the reclaim one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to reclaim cards and add a presence. So I'm gonna add a presence. I'm gonna add it here. I think I could change my mind about that. I'm gonna reclaim my cards. I'm gaining an energy. And I'm going to reclaim all my cards, but also gain a power card. And I think I have to get a major. I'm gonna get 1 energy from the presence track. Let me get some majors that are good. All right, the trees and stones speak of war. 1 damage, defend 2 per Dahan. That's probably a bad idea. Manifest incarnation. 6 fear, 1 fear for each town or city, and each for each presence in your land. Remove 1 city, 1 town, and 1 explorer. Then the invaders ravage in the target land. That's a lot of fear. It's the only one with a beast. Cast down to the briny deep. Coastal, destroy all invaders. Or if I have the elemental trigger, I destroy an entire board. Wow, this would have been great for Serpent. Flow like water, reach like air. Target spirit gets +2 with all their powers. Target spirit may push one of their presence to an adjacent land, bring it to 2 explorers, 2 towns, and 2 Dahan with it. Manifest incarnation isn't the craziest. Problem is, I don't know how I'm getting presence into land 2, because this could work very well for next turn. There's no blight there. Let me put this presence here. I'm going to ultimately try to get... Oh, I could do that this turn. They're not building. Yeah, Manifest Incarnation is going to be awesome for next turn. So I'm going to take that. I have to lose a card. I'm going to lose... something. I'm gonna lose something. Probably Lord of the... I mean, I just don't know how I play a card that doesn't have a beast. Which is the problem with Lord of the Unknown. This can come off. I don't need that reminder anymore. I mean, Lord could be otherwise a great card. It's just not doing what I need it to do. It would trigger that though, like a boss. Nah, that's it. I need the beast. Sorry, Lord. You're out. Great. Who decided this was a good idea? It wasn't. Alright. Well, I'm gonna play Gold's Allure again. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. Alright, we're gonna play Gold's Allure, Teeth Gleam from Darkness, and 2 Near the Jungle. These suckers are over here. That is going to give me the first level of Frenzied Assault. It's going to give me the... It's going to cost me 1 energy there. And it's fast now. And it's going to give me all 3 levels of Ranging Hunt. It didn't add this presence anywhere yet. I can add it to a land with a beast. I'm going to add it here. I'm going to turn it into a beast. So I have 3 beasts there, so I have 2 presents that were taken out of the game. Oh wait, did I add it somewhere else already? No. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I never took it off the board. I'm pretty sure I never took it off the board. My first turn, second turn, third turn. This is the third turn, so I must have taken it off the board. Where the heck did I put it? Where did I put it? Did I put it in 6? I must have put it in 6. Yeah, I must have put it in 6. I'm going to take this out of the game and add another beast there. I can't. Can't. No, I can. No, you know what? I'm going to take this out of the game and add a beast there. Yeah, so I started the game with 2 presents. I've added 3, and 2 of them are a hand because I turned them into beasts. I've lost none because of Ravage, and 1 of them's over on Serpent. So yeah, that's how that math had to work. All right. We're doing Golds Allure. I'm going to gather. Oh, that's wild. Woof. Let me try not to do that yet, because I have something I want to do first. And we'll see. I might end up doing it, I might not. It just depends on how this math works out. So I'm going to do Golds Allure. I'm gathering Explorer in a town into here, and I'm adding a Strife. Because they're so allured by gold. I'm going to target a land that doesn't have Blight. I'm getting a Fear off the top, adding a Beast. I'm going to gather a Beast. So I could just do what I was originally going to do. For damage. Yeah, I need as much damage as possible. So I'm going to gather a Beast in there. I'm going to actually, in the spirit phase, I turn the presence there into a beast. I'm going to gather this beast, which brings along this presence. I'm doing 1 damage per beast. There's 4 beasts there, so I'm going to kill these 2 towns. That's 2 fear. And then I could push up to 2 beasts. I'm going to push 2 beasts there and bring a presence. So I did that in 8. I'm going to do Frenzied Assault, targeting a land that has a beast, 1 away from my presence. I'm removing a beast. I get a fear off the top. I do 2 damage. I'm going to kill 2 of these explorers. And the reason why I had to put that presence back in 8, I was hoping to kill this explorer here, prevent the build, but I don't think it's going to work. So hopefully I'm going to have a fear card. Hopefully the event deck does something here. I'm going to target 2 near the jungle, so targeting a land 1 away from my high presence in the jungle, 1 fear off the top, destroys an explorer, and that's going to prevent a blight in 6. All right, so there's going to be no blight, barring something unusual like ignoring strife or something. There's not going to be any blight on board A. I've done all of Fangs' powers. Oof. Okay. And I have some ideas for next turn. Serpent is going to add a Badlands, one away from where it has a sacred site. And then Serpent is, oh, I did this element of the check, so 2, 2, 2. So we have the first level of Serpent Rouses in Anger and the second level. Now I'm doing the Land Thresh and Furious Pain. I'm doing 2 damage for Blight in the land, plus 1 in an adjacent land, plus 1 because of the Badlands. So I'm doing 6 damage in land 5. And then Serpent Rouses and Anger is also fast. I could do 2 damage, becomes 3 damage. Everything's wiped out. Oh, interesting. I just can't, I don't have a presence in 2. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I would love to push. I can act like I don't have it. Oh, that's interesting. Then I could push the town and get 2 fear. I'm getting the 1 fear for destroying. Yeah, I think I just need to start getting rid of some of these towns. That's fine. So then I'm going to just clear this out entirely. 2 is obviously a problem. That's going to be 3 blight. We're going to be blighted island. But we won't be adding any other blight anywhere else. So we'll see what this blighted island card is. And I think that will work. So the total fear from that is just 1, 2, 3, 4 more fear. So we're halfway to another fear card, which would get us to terror level. Oh, never mind. I forgot. I must have. Yeah, I forgot to take that fear card down for sure because I got that last fear there. So yeah, we're halfway toward our 3rd fear card from the game. And so we are 12 fear away from terror level 2. Woo! All right. I've enjoyed your videos here. Just picked up Gaia Project and playing solo. Awesome. It'll be a work day. And Sajit, what's up, dude? It says, good evening. Because that's how I imagine Sajit talks in my head. It's a thing. Just go with it. All right. We're going to have to do the event. It's just a mess. It's a mess. Oh, 8's a mess. 4's going to be a mess. Yeah, we'll see what this play on the card is. So we get the event. It is Eager Explorers if we are in terror level 1. After the first successful build action, add an explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. Okay. Interesting. Beasts chase off the homesteaders, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. Oh, that's... on each board. And it's up to... I don't know if this matters. And none of these suckers are in like a good spot. I'll push these 2 explorers away from here for the sole reason that if the next card is jungles with an escalation, I don't have to lose. Oh, there's no beast there, dude. Yes, I'm gonna do this thing, which is totally illegal because I want to. I'm gonna push this sucker here because with Land Thrashed and Furious Pain, that could be money. Hmm. That's how you get the 3 Earth. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble. So we're gonna have we push that. I could push something on this board now. I don't think there's a good reason to. So I could push this guy to here because there's no blight. Maybe that makes some sense. At their gates demanding redress, two fear per land with the Han and cities. Again, that is nowhere because the Han keep turning into towns. Fear card. Fear card 1, panic. Add a strife in a land with a... Oh, that's super frustrating. Nah, what does it matter anyway? Alright, add a strife in a land with beast, disease, or Dahan. And we can both do it. I'll just add 2 strife over in this land 8 on Serpent's board. So strife and strife. That's out. So ravaging. Oh no, I didn't want to push that in there. Never mind. I was lying. I'll push this here because there's no blight there. Ravaging. These 2 strife comes off. It's ravaging 1, so no blight. There was nothing to ravage in 1 anymore. Nothing to ravage in 5. We're ravaging. We're adding 2 blight into 2 because it's ravage over 6. That means we go Blighted Island. Blighted Island card. Unintended land crumbles. Each invader phase. So it's going to be 4 blight per player. It becomes 3 blight per player. So each invader phase, add 1 blight to a land adjacent to blight. Spirits may prevent this on any old boards by jointly paying 3 energy or destroying 1 presence on that board. It's not terrible. So instead of 4 favorite players, only 3, and I have to add a blight into the adjacent land because of Cascade. I'll add it into 3, and I have to add a town in an adjacent land that does not have towns. I will add it into 5. Build step. We're building a city in land 8. We're building a town in land 4. These comes off land 2, and unfortunately having to add a town in 5. Nothing dealt with that explorer, but I wanted to prevent that blight. Explore step, sands, so not coastal lands. So we're getting another escalation. So we get 1 explorer. Oh, after the first successful build 2 eager explorers, I had to add an explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. I could add that to 1. And the first successful explorer over here, I could choose. I'll do it in 6 either way. So again, I could choose instead which one would have been first. And now we're exploring a descent. So we get 1 explorer in 7, 1 explorer in 4. This guy was much more eager. And now I can drop. I have to drop an extra explorer because of Blitz rules. This goes here. We get 1 explorer in 1, 1 explorer in 6. I have to drop an extra explorer, and I'll drop an extra explorer in 6. If we were playing against Russia, that would match a Ravage card. Super exciting. This is not going well. So the next card we know is either jungles or it is coastal lands. I kind of hope it's coastal lands. Not gonna lie. There is no slow power phase because Blitz. This is out. This is out. Nothing to jumpstart Serpent here, which is the problem. Reality is too many blight. Yeah, I maybe should have taken. I mean, if going back to like choices, I mean, infestation of venomous spiders might have been smart. Dream of untouched land could have been smart. I just really, you need a way to start killing these suckers, pretty emphatically. And land thrashes seemed like a way to possibly get that done. Any prowling. I haven't reclaimed cards yet either, so I'm not like moving my presence around. but I think Fangs is going to be the easier. Wolf. I feel like I'm playing as England right now. There's so many buildings on this board. What do I do? I gain a power card. Energy. Energy. Majors. Alright. Irresistible Call. Gather 5 towns, 5 Dahan, 5 Beast, and 15 Explorers. That's super interesting. Blazing Renewal. Target spirit places 2 of the destroy presence. Remember, I cannot do this with Beast, but I could do this with Serpent, but Serpent hasn't lost any spirit yet, so that's probably a non-starter. Tiger's Hunting. Target land, I mean, this is basically a Fangs special. It's Fangs special. Dissolve the bonds of kinship. Hmm. Dissolve is intriguing. Tiger's Hunting is also intriguing, except I don't have any presence in a jungle, so I can't actually do it, and I have to target on that without blight, so good luck. Irresistible Call is amazing. But I really want to add another presence, so I'm not going to have the money for it. I'm also have to decide what I'm doing about that unattended land crumbles. That is a every phase effect, so let me put a reminder token there and there. Add a blight and I'll add adjacent to blight. Two blight there. I could just get energy. But that's slowing me down. Literally haven't lost any presence of Serpent yet. To prevent this, oh, I can destroy a spirit. I can destroy a presence too, which is probably the smart thing with Serpent. I wish I had a presence in a jungle. Alright, we'll play Dissolve. That's interesting. And I'll play Gift. Have to forget a card. Probably forgetting. Prowling Panthers. Yeah, I just don't see how I'm ever gonna have this make the cut. So Prowling Panthers is out. This is all my energy. Actually, Gift of Primordial Deeps actually costs 1 less, so I still have 1 energy left. But this could help Fangs a lot. Fangs is gonna go. Fangs is gonna get a presence off the bottom track, which lets me reclaim 1, which makes me kind of happy. I'm gonna put this presence into a land with beast or a jungle. I will put this presence here. Might change my mind. So that's that, and then Fangs is going to gain 3 energy with this. Fangs is also getting 1 energy from the presence track. This costs 6. This costs 1. This costs 1, which is now 0. And I could also reclaim a card in case I want to do something else. Remember, reclaim is once I could do it once per turn in the fast phase, the spirit phase. Actually, Gold's Allure makes a lot more sense. So it still costs the same, and that means Prey and the Builders is over there. It still costs the same because it was 0 in the slow power phase or 1 in the fast power phase. It nets 0 energy when you're putting him out there. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm not getting Ranging Hunt, but that's fine. Yeah, Goals Allure is proving pretty useful. So we'll do an element check over here. So 1, 2 moon, 1, 2 fire. Oh, I did not add a presence yet. Because I still have, again, this is a pick 2 spirit. I'm not getting the 4 energy. I will place this presence in a land without blight. I will add it in six to get the sacred site, because why not? Nah, that's stupid. I'll add it in. 4 is about to be awful. I'll add it in 4. Anyway. So I have 1, 2 moon. I have 1, 2 fire. I have 1 water. I have no plant. I have 1 earth. And I can make this any. I'll get an earth marker out here. Again, you could change this every turn. And it's nothing until you decide to change it. So I do want the 2nd earth. That's going to give me the first 2 levels of Serpent Rouses in Anger. It's going to give me Squadouche other than that. And again, it's another fast power. Get the Primordial Deep, so I'm going to target Fangs. Target spirit gains a minor power. Ooh. I don't have a Sacred Site, so that's not helpful. Renewing Boon. That's not helpful. Swarming Wasps. Add a Beast. Target land is 2 beasts. That's great. Steam Vents. Alright, Swarming Wasps is in the house. I like that. And I can play it immediately by paying its cost. Its cost is free. I actually get $1 for it because it was a fast power that was 0 cost to begin with. If I do my element check now, I have no plants at all, but I do have the 1st and 3rd level of Ranging Hunt, and I have the I have both levels of Frenzied Assault. I'm going to do Goals Allure. I'm going to gather into a mountain 1 away from my half presence. I'm going to gather an explorer in a town and add a strife. I'm going to do ranging hunt. I'm going to gather this beast. No, I have to target a land that does not have blight. Right. So I'm going to just I'm going to target land 2, and I'm just gathering. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just going to gather this beast into here. And that's fine. I'll destroy that presence because of unintended consequences. So I'm getting less beasts out, but it just is what it is. That's done. I have Swarming Wasp will help me land a beast somewhere, which is great. I'm going to do Manifest Incarnation. 6 fear off the top, plus 1 fear for each city and town, and for each of my presence and target land. So my target land is 2, so it's 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so 9 fear. So it's basically 1 comes down in the fear card. And now I'm going to remove a town, a city, a town, and an explorer, and now they're going to ravage. They're ravaging 1. No harm, no foul. Now I don't get the fear for destroying towns and cities. I remove them instead. But, you know, if you saw a giant lightning bird in the sky, you would be scared too. I'm going to target land 2 with that remaining explorer. I'm going to push them into here. And since I pushed an explorer, I get 2 more fear. Swarming wasps. I'm going to add a beast into a land 1 away from my presence, targeting from a jungle. I will add a beast into and I'll get some more beasts over here. I'll add a beast. The target land can't have blight, so I'll just add a beast into 4. That's fine. And now I have Frenzied Assault. Oh, that's really nice, actually. So I'm going to target land 4. It's the land 1 of your presence. I just put the beast in there. I get 2 fear off the top, so that's 1 fear down, remainder 1, and a fear card. It's terror level 2. And I do 3 damage. That's enough damage to destroy the city. That's 2 more fear. And I remove this beast. So the beast that is added, I just removed it. Back to back Swarming Wasp was huge. It's having the 1, 2, 5. So that fire animal combo was very strong. Now, when this ravages, it's only ravaging 5, so which is 1 blight instead of 2. You still have to add a town in the adjacent land without towns or cities, but it definitely could be worse. Alrighty then, I am going to man, I really need to get. I need to reclaim cards with Serpent so I can just get a. I can move a presence over. Remember, I can't put presence in a land with blight, but I can move it when I do a growth option, which I'm going to have to do a growth option next turn because I'm out of cards to play. But I'm also out of money, so that's the thing. All right, I'm going to do dissolve the bonds of kinship. I don't have the kicker. I was close. I was going to make it work. I'm going to replace 1 city with 2 explorers. I'm going to replace 1 town with 1 explorer. So when you place a town with an explorer, when the town has strife, the explorer now has a strife. I'm going to replace the Dahan, unfortunately, with an explorer. And then push all explorers from target land to as many different lands as possible. So I'm going to push 2 into here, 2 into here, and then the 1 with the strife into here. All right. Now I have a presence there. It's not going to matter. I will do 2 damage since I have the 2 fire and the 2 earth. I'm doing 2 damage in a land where I have presence. I'm going to destroy this town, and that gives me a fear. And again, I'm not pushing the town, so I don't get the 2 fear, even though I have the 2 moon and the 2 earth. What is happening? All right, there's literally only 3 cities left on the board. They're about to build again, but like understanding where I'm already thinking, I'm like, this is gonna be a terror level 3 win or nothing, right? I don't have much of an option to not be thinking about that fear, but I'm about to get another city here. We're gonna have 4 cities by the end of this round. But again, I have some good damage cards. I don't have a lot of money to play them. But honestly, I might be stuck here with Earth. I don't know how I'm getting to. I don't, or with Serpent. I don't know how I'm going to get up to that spot. I don't think this is going to be a 7-round game. I think this is a game that's going to have to end in 5 or 6, because it's Blitz, kids. Alrighty then. So we're going to. Look, I have so many cards up for Fangs, but remember, I got the extra card play because of Gift of Primordial Deeps. We're going to go to the event. I need to destroy a presence from each board, or it's rabbiting 5. That's funny. I need to add a blight, pay 3 energy, or destroy a presence. I'm going to destroy this presence. I can get a presence back there because again, it's not blighted, and well, yet, and then I can destroy this presence because it's just rather useless. Now this I can put back on the board. I just can't do it with these. The ones I turned into beast, they're removed from the game. So let's actually remove them from the game. Out. Get out. All right, so that's done. So we removed a presence from each board. So we've satisfied unattended land crumbles, and now we're going to get this event. This is only turn 4. We are in terror level 2. Towns each do +1 damage when ravaging. After, oh, that's not. It could be bad. After a ravage, action adds blight. Remove 1 town and explore from the ravaged land. So that is a problem here because now they're ravaging 4, 5, 6. So that would be 2 blight instead of the 1 that I thought it would be. So we'll see if anything changes that. So I'm going to have to put this here as a reminder. Remember, I just got the terror level 2, so that's really kind of unfortunate. Virulence among close-packed homes. Add a disease to an inland land in each board that has the most cities or towns, minimum 1. Most cities or towns, inland board. I could do it in 7 because it's tied with 5. And over here, I will do it in. I have to do it in 7 because it's the inland land isn't tied with anything. Offerings of story in season. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among all its lands. I don't see how that would be possible. Yeah, it's not. If it was possible, I could have gained an energy and reclaimed a card. We have 2 fear cards. Tall Tales of Savagery. Each player removes 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with Dahan. Yeah, let me prevent this build. And these 2 explorers. No, this town. Next, we have each player chooses a different land with Dahan. 1 damage per Dahan there. That's I could have. Oh yes, it's not building there anyway, so that's fine. I will choose this land with Serpent. He destroys 2 explorers. I will choose this land with Fangs. So 2 damage to that town. That's a fear. We go to the rapid step. This town is doing +1 damage. So that does do 6 damage total. So that's 2 blight. When I add a blight, I have to add a town to an adjacent land that does not have towns or cities. I will add it over here in land 3. And then after you add a blight, remove an explorer and a town from the ravaged land. Ravaging, the ravage is reduced to 0, so the +1 is still reduced to 0. So that strife comes off, and that town just chills. Nothing to ravage, nothing to ravage. So that was taken care of. Building. This disease prevents the build in 7. We're getting a town in 4. We're getting a town in 6. And there's nothing to build in 1. Explore step, it is coastal lands. So no escalation, so our Dahan that are there survive. We get an explorer in 1, an explorer in 2, explorer in 3. I can add an explorer to one of these places, I will add it in 2. We get an explorer in 1, we get an explorer in 2, we get an explorer in 3. I'll add this explorer into 2. Invader cards advance. Time passes. Nothing needs to heal. This energy comes back. And these are now discarded. Serpent has no cards left. These are discarded. Fangs has 1, but he does have a reclaim. But I think they're both going to have to... We have a reclaim 1 on his board, but I don't see how he doesn't also reclaim with just prey on the builders. Ooh, Manifest Incarnation was awesome, but that was very expensive. But that fear generation is very nice. I'm just pausing. We have 3 blight left to play with. That's a disaster. Sorry, just hit that. I need, like... I don't know what I need. Oh, Manifest Incarnation should be over here. Make sure I didn't mess anything else up. Nope, that's right. Yeah, so these are Fangs' cards. He's reclaiming. It cost him his last energy. That's one of his 2 growth options. Terrifying Chase. Swarming Wasps. Goals Allure. Teeth Gleam from Darkness. And 2 Near the Jungle. And Serpent reclaiming and gains a power. Oh, they both gain a power card, so that's interesting. Gift the Primordial, Dissolve the Bonds, Land Thrashes, Desiccating Winds, Absorb Essence, and Glyph the Flowing Power. This any comes off. Remember, I could choose something else. I just don't think I'm getting to that Earth space. This game is not going to last long enough. So I'm gaining a... Oh, I don't gain a power. I can move a presence. I gain a power card with Fangs. I do not gain a power card with Serpent. I can move a presence 1. For 5 damage. I'll move this presence into 7. Land Thrashes. And then I'm going to get 1 energy from the presence track. I think I gained 4 power. I'm just gaining 4 energy. Like I don't know why I would even be considering trying to get more of Serpent's presence out. It's just not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Alright, Fangs, his 2nd growth option. He's getting 1 energy from the presence track. could just do a lot of cheap powers. That'd be free. I get 1 from that. Yeah, Manifest Incarnation is going to be tough. Let's just go all the way with this. I'm going to just do a ton of powers and see if I can't do some Fangsy stuff. That's only ravaging 5, so that's 1 blade. That's 2 blade. That's a problem. But I can put this presence here. Here. Then we'll see if I want to turn it into a beast. So, 4. My whole goal with Serpent right now is to get 3 Earth and 3 Moon. So Land Thrashes, it gives me 1. I mean, this is going to have to be an Earth, right? So do I have another power card that has Earth and Moon? Absorb Essence does. Get the Primordial Deep does. Oof, that's super interesting. Absorb Essence also gives Fang some energy and the spear and an element. And it's a nice energy boon for Earth. Yeah, I think I'd do it. Man, Fangs is going to lose another presence, though. Ugh. That's so much energy for Serpent, though. That would let me do the Reclaim 1, get Land Thrashes back next turn, which would just absolutely annihilate 2 and 3 over here. Okay, talked myself into it. So that's 4. This is 1. Element check, that's 3 Moon. 2, 3 Fire. 1 Water. 3 Earth. No Plant. I have this Annie, which I used as an Earth. That gives me the 1st and 2nd level of Serpent Rouses in Anger. It gives me Squadouche on Serpent Wakes in Power. He's a rouser, not a waker, people. Just remember that. I have 4 card plays. Do I want that? I'm wondering if Gift of Primordial Deep is almost better. But probably not. I have 4 card plays, so let me see if I can get that combo with 4 card plays. So that would be free. Literally have 1 energy here. That's gives me an energy. Now, do I get it at the time I play it is the question. I think so. I think I could use this to next play another card. If that's wrong, someone can let me know in the comments. I don't know if I'm going to need to use it anyway. That's 3 card plays. And I probably want Ranging Hunt. Gold's Allure is probably not useful right now. Not that useful right now is what I was trying to say. So Teeth Gleam would cost me 1, and then 2 Near the Jungle would be perfect. Those are my 4 card plays. I like it. We're going to have all 3 levels of Ranging Hunt, and then I actually have the bottom level, the Frenzied Assault. Oh man, I'm really worried about losing that presence. That's really sick. All right, I'm going to do Teeth Glean from Darkness. Target a land that doesn't have Blight. It's amazing, but it doesn't. I get 1 fear, and I'm adding a beast. I'm adding a beast into 4. Swarming Wasp. Target a land that doesn't have Blight. I'm adding a beast into 4. I'm going to prevent building in 2. Remember, that just triggers for the rest of this, so I can do anything I want with that beast from now on. I'm going to... Don't need the element. Look at the energy. Is there another one? If I don't need the element. Nah, I still think this is right. Alright, I'm gonna do... There's only 5. I'm fine with that 1 blade there. That's just gonna have to be. I'm going to gather... I'm using Ranging Hunt. I'm going to gather this beast into here. I'm doing 1 damage per beast, so that's 3 damage. So this city is out. That's 2 fear card. And then I can push up to 2 beasts. I will push... this beast here and here, and I'll push a presence with this one. We're doing 2 near the jungle. I'm going to get a fear off the top and kill an explorer. And then we're doing frenzied assault. I get 2 fear off the top. I remove this beast, do 3 damage. That's another fear. Those are all the Fangs' things. So 1 blight there, which I can deal with. Man. This feels like a mistake. Fangs might literally have... I mean, can I get the Terror level 3 quick enough is the question. I think I can. Because there's no cities building on Fangs' board right now. So, we're getting 3 energy as Serpent. Target Spirit's going to lose this presence here. It's going to go here. Target Spirit's going to get an energy and an element. We don't need the element. The land thrashes in Furious Pain. I can repeat that power in an adjacent land. I'm going to target this land. So I'm targeting land 6. There's no blight there, but just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blight in adjacent lands. So that kills this explorer, this town, these 3 explorers. That's potentially a blight, but we'll see about the fear cards and stuff. That's 1 fear. And then we're going to target land. Oh, the target land has to have blight. No, my bad. I would have targeted here first, and then I could repeat it. The targeting instruction is still here. So let's go back. I would have had to target this first because I needed to target a land with blight. And then I could repeat this in the adjacent land. The repeating, it's still adjacent to the land that had blight. So that's totally fine. It doesn't also need to have, it doesn't also need to meet the targeting restrictions. I think. Alright, Quirky. Save me, Quirky, save me. Pretty sure that's right. But hopefully this is in there. I'm always surprised like what's in here and what's not sometimes. Land thrashes in... Ugh, it's going to be under the, isn't it? That's silly. Alright, land thrashes in Furious Pain. Nope. Alright, excellent. Thank you, Quirky. I am actually correct. So I would have had a target here first. It's going to be the same end result. Targeting here 2 damage for Blight, so that's 4 damage, +1, +1, +1, +1. So 8 damage in here. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4 more fear. Remainder 1 fear card. So I'm 15 fear away from Terror level 3. Alright. And I probably shouldn't have done that. I could have pushed this in here instead. That's smarter. Because I still have the targeting I needed for Land Thresher and Furious Pain. So in the Spirit phase, when I moved that presence, I moved it here instead. And here's why. I have 3 fire and 1 earth. 3 fire and 3 earth, so I do 3 damage to cities and towns. That kills the city. That's 2 fear. And then I could push a town from that land to get 2 more fear. Sure, I'll push it from here into here. 2 more fear that way. So that was a big 4 fear that I was leaving on the table accidentally. A big 4 fear. All right. Struggling. 1 blight for sure here, 1 blight for sure here. So I cannot risk it in letting either of those blight for unintended land crumbles go. But I'm very much dependent on a fear card. This doesn't just absolutely kill me here. So I'm going to lose this presence here. I'm going to lose this presence here. And then there were 2. Oh, you know what? I can collectively pay the 3 energy per board to be... I'm not going to take it away from... I'm not going to take it away from Fangs. That's crazy. I'll take it away from Serpent, and then I'm going to spend the 3 energy to protect this board. So I remove the blight from here, and then we can collectively pay. So even though I'm paying with Serpent's money on Fangs' board, that's totally fine. I'm spending 3 energy to prevent the blight, because I just cannot afford any more blight. I don't even know if I'm going to need land thrashes next turn, so I should be okay. And not ever getting a plant has been problematic, because I just haven't had any energy generation at all. But again, I think we should be okay. So, event card, because I took care of the Blighted Island card. Alright, Terror level 2. For the rest of the turn, ignore 1 strife on each invader. That's not great, but we should be okay. Invaders blunder. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. So these explorers are out. On Serpent's board. On this board, I'll just remove them from here. Careful defense. When invaders ravage in a land, has the Han defend 2. So defending 2 there, defending 2 here. Great. Fear cards. Terror level 2. Each player adds, and we're ignoring 1 strife in each player. So in Unrest, each player adds a strife to a town. For the rest of this turn, invaders have -1 health per strife to a minimum of 1. So the strife has to be added to a town. Again, this is Unrest. I will add it to here. No, I'll add it to here. We're ignoring that. Oh, even better. I'll ignore both of those. I'm putting both on the same town. There's no restriction saying I can't. Now that town only has 1 health. And then beset by many troubles. In each land with badlands, beast, disease, wilds, strife, or adjacent to 3 or more Sosokans, defend 5. Alright, ravaging here. We're defended 2. This dude's dead. Ravaging here. We're ignoring 1 strife, but not the second. So this is reduced to 0. We're defended 2, so no damage. They retaliate. They wipe out all these dudes. Remember, the town actually had 1 less health too, so that's 1 fear. Only ravaging 1, ignoring the strife, so the strife stays, and ravaging 1. We're building. We're building a town in land 2. We're building a town in land 3. We're building a town on land 2. We're building a city in land 3. Invader cards advance. Nope, I'm sorry. Exploring mountains and jungles. So we're going to have a source into 8, a source into 1, a source into 3, a source into whatever number that is, 6. I can add 1 wherever I want it. I'll add it in 1. We have a source into, what land is that? 7, a source into 5, a source into 2, a source into 3. I'll add an extra 1 in 7. Now invader cards advance. So I need to get 10 fear, and I need to do it quick. Fantastic. Time passes. These go here. This goes here. Out. Bam. And bam. I think the easiest way to do this is going to be manifest incarnation. So Fangs. Fang can reclaim 1. Fangs is going to be able to reclaim 2 because nope. I don't think that makes sense. Fangs is going to get as much energy as they can. So Fangs is going to get 3 energy. Fangs is going to get 1 energy. 1 energy from the presence track. Gaining a power card. Give me a beast. Hey, a beast plant combo. Excellent. We got Call to Tend. And that is all my... Yeah, I picked 2. I also can reclaim 1. So manifest incarnation. We'll do Swarming Wasp because, you know, it's thematic. And then we'll add these 2 cards. That's 0. And that's 6. I could pay for 1 more. I'll pay for you because that's a nice little fear card. That is that. That's this. So I'm glad I left Fangs' last presence on the board because Fangs is going to... We're not even going to do anything with Serpent. So Manifest Incarnation, 6 fear, 7 fear, 8 fear, 9 fear. So that's a remainder of 1 and a fear card. Removing this, this, and this. And then they ravage, injures the Han. The Han wipes out that Explorer. And now I'm going to do Terrifying Chase. I'm going to push all 4 of these guys out of land 3. Since I pushed any invaders, that's 2 fear. Fear card, terror level 3. No cities on the board, and that is game. Woo! Yeah, buddy. I don't know who's still watching this, but that was crazy. All right, we got there. I did not think this was ending a victory. I think in my head, I'm like, and now how am I going to explain that I'm not going to run this back because my wife just got back from Vegas for a week, and I just did not have the mental stamina to try to do this again. But that was super cool, man. That was ridiculous, this game. Like, the scenarios are fun. I don't love them. I will absolutely admit that, but they do create some really cool experiences. And being able to pull that off was pretty wild. Manifest Incarnation, I don't think that was just an absolute game changer. The amount of fear that generated, and land thrashes, being able to get the elements to repeat. I never got much presence on the board at all, but we had the presence we needed to make this sucker happen. Hold on 1 sec. All right, that's good. Cool. Well, I hope everyone is having... This is weird, man. I must have been really boring today. I've usually got something at the end. Come on, dude. Someone celebrate this victory with me. Yeah, dude, this was super cool. And I gotta stop saying dude, I know. But I am gonna potentially stream every day this week because I know next week's going to be a little tough. I don't know how many streams I can realistically get on the channel next week. I'm trying to get 6 to 8 more before the end of the year. I have a couple of new games. Starting tomorrow, I got Mechanical Beast. That is a game from Giga Mech Games. It's interesting. It's not going to be for everybody. I don't love it. I do like it. I don't love it. Games that I've other new like Set a Watch. I think I'm going to get on the channel for the end of the year. I really like that one. Wharf's Edge I've been exploring. I may or may not get that on the channel by the end of the year, but we're going to see a Dawn of the Zeds. I'm going to get a Gaia project as soon as I get the Folded Space insert for that, which they're sending me a review copy of that. Thanks to Folded Space, their stuff has been very cool. All of a sudden, I went from like no inserts to all of a sudden I'm going to have like 5. So it's a thing. We'll have another Mage Night next week for sure. So definitely got a bunch of things planned that I'm going to try to get on the channel. And in a timely fashion. I just have a stack of games. I got like Button Shy to send me 2 more games. I might just combine them into one video. We'll see. And then we have Siege of Valeria is being sent to me by Daily Magic. So then I got a bunch of games I bought at PAX. So just a ton of stuff that I'm just trying to learn as quickly as possible, but still on me, right? I'm still going to learn as many rules as I can, make sure I know the game and play at, like, I'm not playing at standard difficulties in any of these games, right? So it does take some time. So kind of bear with me on that. And that's it. So David Coleman says, awesome victory. Dude, thank you, David. You're the best. Someone make me join in this thing. I mean, look, the funny thing about solo, like solo gaming is great in the sense of the community it creates, which is like this weird oxymoron, but somehow like there is that being able to relish in victories with friends. Like Tony and I are always texting each other. I did this in Spirit Island, or I did this in Mage Night, right? It's cool to have like that camaraderie of people who get it, who understand like the challenge, who understand the difficulty. Pulling this off was pretty wild. Against Russia, like there would not have been a prayer's chance this would have come together. But here, it's like that was a different opening. I did not expect to go with that opening. I did not expect to go, hey, Elemental Aegis first turn, and then I dropped it. Like that's bananas. I did not expect to have a chance when if Serpent's still stuck here at 2 card plays, right? But there's just the ways that you can kind of piece it together. Fangs and Blitz is pretty sick, man. Like that's, you're making Frenzied Assault fast. You're getting cards out a lot cheaper. So energy, I mean, I never got past a 1. It's just like, hey, bottom track all the way. I was lucky to get enough cards that were giving me a chance to get more beasts out. But the fact that you can combo Ranging Hunt with the Teeth Gleam from Darkness, I was like, oh, I'm going to put the beast out and then I'm going to do Ranging Hunt. That's pretty cool. Seeing the power of Ranging Hunt, even when I wasn't doing the damage part of it, just to get beast where I wanted to, because I had to get my presence where I needed it, to play Manifest Incarnation, among other things, was super cool. That Blighted Island card definitely could have been a lot worse, so that was helpful. But yeah, just were able to get to that Terror level 3. Once I played Manifest Incarnation the first time, I'm like, ooh, Terror level 3 is all of a sudden like looming as a possibility. So that was cool. Yeah, it's awesome to share. Says David, thank you, sir. Hope everything is going well for you and everybody else who I know is cheering on my victory in stunned silence and awe at just what an amazing playthrough that was. Or something like that. Whatever. It is what it is. So, dude, check me out tomorrow morning. We're going to do Mechanical Beasts from Gigamech Games. It is a tile-laying game with a couple of mechanics where you're kind of shifting things around and you're entering the belly of this giant beast robot that is destroying the world, and you're basically first learning to shut it down, and then when you shut it down, it starts collapsing around you, so you have to find the exit, and hopefully you can escape with your lives, and hopefully the lives of all the other people that happen to be in there with you, because I don't know, that's what they were doing. That they're hanging out inside a mechanical beast. It's what they do. Any questions, comments, epiphanies, put them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you like I always do. Other than that, if it's tomorrow, if it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever day you want to catch in, if it's next week, if it's in the new year, I hope you have an amazing time gaming and everyone is enjoying the holiday season. And until next time, happy gaming.
Solo.